Welcome guys. Welcome. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm not using my usual microphone. Sorry for the delay. Hello, Aaron has drip. How are you guys? Welcome Christian. Welcome guys, thank you for hanging out. Sorry we had a sort of a delay today. Had a few things to thank you. We had a few things to sort out before we started. Should have had my usual microphone, but we don't have it, so it's okay. It's fine. So yeah guys, so the plan for today is basically to go over the hello Simpin with style. Oh, guys, your names, what the hell? Today we're gonna go over the tier lists. We're gonna add MINA to them. Hopefully we can come to an agreement, because you know, usually like tier lists are very messy. So yeah, we're gonna go through all three tier lists, and yeah, we're gonna put MINA in for PvP. We're also going to see if we need to move Ojiro, Deco, and Mineta, because they did get buffs, all of them. I'm sure you guys will be very happy to move Mineta somewhere else, right? So yeah. So yeah, guys. Let's see. I was waiting for more people to join, but I think we're quite a few now. We're quite a few. We should make a Dokkan stream sometime, so we don't spam the chat with Dokkan. Let's see. I'm just gonna pop off the chat so I can have you next to me, guys. Let's see. There we go. If you don't like Mineta, take care of me. Oh my god. Dude, I don't even need Mineta to tickle my feet at night to find him disturbing. I already do find him disturbing. Like, just showing up in my house is all I need to be disturbed by Mineta. Ropi needs to be moved. Oh yes, I bet she does. I bet she does. Why are there two Aizawas? It's because when I first created the list, I added two by accident, and Tier Maker doesn't let you remove them for some reason. I don't know. If there is a way to remove one of them, and you guys know about it, please let me know and I will. But as far as I can see, Tier Maker will not let you remove characters once you add them, which is really ridiculous, right? For a site that's all about tier lists, you would think that they would let you remove something if you added by mistake. Oh, music went away again. I don't know why this specific playlist does that. Fox is underrated. Is it though? I never ever see him on PvP, honestly. I never do. Fox is as easily? Huh. Hope my boy Shigi gets his justice this time. Yeah. Shigi's going up for sure. For sure. 2 Aizawa, 2 broken. Yes, exactly. Let me just open real quick how. Let me show you guys what the tier list looked like the last time that we did this. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see if I can find it. Okay, there we go. Perfect. So that's how the tier list looked like last time. So there are going to be some changes. Don't worry about it. We are going to go with PvE first. All right. So PvE first, we have All Might, Indy, and Stain at the very top. I think that hasn't really changed, to be honest. I feel like those three still belong there. Maybe Stain belongs a tier up, right? One more tier up. There should be an A+ tier. Let me just add it really quick. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Okay. perfect. A plus. Oh no, wait. Get up. Okay. A plus. There we go. Let's see what you guys are saying. Hox is broken. You forgot Mina. Yeah. No, it's okay. We'll add her at the end of this. Or we can add her right now. Let's just add her right now. Let me actually find her picture. I have it right here. I'm sorry if you can hear the cackle of the keyboard. Like I said, I don't have my usual microphone, so I'm just using my laptop. Hopefully it's not too bad. Just gonna type very softly so as to not bother you guys. Still same? Yeah, yes, okay. I wonder what the next banner will be. Probably Dabi, yeah. It's either gonna be Dabi or Present Mike, because if it was gonna be anything else, we would have gotten a tease probably today, like it happens with Hawks. With Hawks, we got a tease on a Saturday, right? The Saturday before the character came out. It was a login event, and it said spread your wings for a new arrival. And you know, I'm not sure what time it came out though, but if it's a login event, I would assume that it came out before the date changes, right? So like a few hours ago. But we might still get a tease today. We'll see. Hopefully, we can hope. Oh wait, gotta. Yeah, we can hope, but I mean they should just tease. Let me just pull this out. They should just tease like whatever character is coming, right? Whether it's Dabi or Present Mike or whoever, they should tease whoever. It doesn't need to be like someone that we're not expecting for them to tease it. So hopefully we do see something today, but like the biggest suspects are going to be Dabi or Present Mike because of reasons, right? Because of the whole cards thing. I don't know if you guys remember the whole cards thing and their numbering and stuff like that. Okay, this is ready. Here we go. So yeah. Hawks could be top tier, but he requires a lot of skill and most people just use auto. I mean, I don't like Hawks, to be completely honest with you guys. I've used him like 5 times since I got him. I just don't like him. So I don't know. It's just feel a little too complicated, honestly. Like I'm playing the game to relax, and Hawks is just making me, do rocket science while I play. It's just like not enjoyable to me, honestly. Only premium character I don't have is Endeavor. Yeah, I don't have All Might, but I'm fine with that. Put Mastermind on Hawks and Dances with the Wind. If you have it, he's crazy good. You don't really need Dance with the Wind though. You can use Mastermind and it's going to be very good for Hawks, but you don't really need Dance with the Wind because Dance with the Wind gives you hyper armor, and Hawks already gets hyper armor from his left country branch. I'm really excited for Dabi, but Overhaul, he sure. Why are people so excited about Overhaul, dude? It's not like his work is that cool or anything, in my opinion. Like, I don't understand the hype for. I understand Dabi because Blue Flames is metal as fuck, but I don't understand the hype for Overhaul. See, please, Dabi. Yeah, I know a lot of people are hyped for Dabi. I understand the hype for Dabi. They know if they announce Dabi, people will stop pulling All Might. They'll draw it out as long as possible before revealing him. Yeah, but I mean, it's just a rerun, right? I doubt like there's still a lot of people trying to summon for All Might. I mean, well, I don't know. I guess it makes sense. That's the very first theory that I had when All Might came out, right? I was telling people that we might see a week break right after All Might, so that they wouldn't announce a new character right away, so that people would still spend. That was my very first theory, and it worked for All Might. And then they forgot about it. I don't know. But they did tease Hawks. They did tease Hawks while Shigi was still out. So Mugen right? In Denky? What? Aizawa is still, yeah, Aizawa is still a god. Aizawa is here. Aizawa is in A+. The reason why we talked about this last time in the last stream that we did with the tier lists, the reason why he's always in A+ is because he's excellent, he's very, very good, but he's very good for single target stuff, right? He's super good, but for single target stuff, so like we can't really put him on S, because when it comes to like single target and AoE, All Might, Endeavor, and Stain are gods, right? So Aizawa doesn't have AoE the same way that those three do, right? More excited for Miria? Yeah, I get the excitement for Miria too. He's like a really good looking husbando, I would say. Hopefully. What age is Miria? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. What age is Miria? Age Miria? Age 8 or 9? No, please. No. Okay, 18. Okay, we're safe. We're safe. Thank God. Okay, Miria is a husbando, guys. Yeah. Is this for PvP or PvE? It's PvE. We're doing PvE first. Tokoyami should be technical. Maybe. I mean, I think he should be power more like, honestly. Because he doesn't control an element or anything like that, right? He just uses like force and stuff like that. Like speed is, I think speed is the least, like, the most nonsensical one for him, I think. Who's saving for Miria? A lot of people are saving for Miria. Davi and Miria are the two I want most. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people are waiting for Davi and Miria. I get that. I just don't understand Overhaul. I don't know. Stain would be even more broken if his special and super were useful. I mean, his special, I do use his special whenever I come out of an E, and I still have a little bit of a gap left on the bar, but not enough to justify another E. I just do that. But it's also because my talent tree is built in a way that I have a cooldown for his E. Like, I have cooldown on his E in between E's. So yeah. So yeah, guys. Let's just keep moving. So yeah, Ida, same reason, right? Ida is very, very good for single targets. He's a god for single target, but he doesn't have AoE the way that All Might, Endeavor, and Stain do, right? So give me just a second, guys. Got the microphone. Just a second, guys. I couldn't find the thingy, the place where I usually put the microphone, but it's fine. It's fine, don't worry. I'll just hold it in my hand. I'll hold it. All right. Let's just.
Alrighty, guys. Hopefully the quality is a little better now. Just gonna hold it in my hand. It's kind of awkward, but it's okay. Hopefully I don't have to type anything. Alright. Overhaul is the ultimate husbando, and his work would be really cool in-game. How is he the ultimate husbando, though? Okay. How is he the old... He's never shown being like ripped or something, right? Which is something that kind of like is a characteristic, I guess you could say, or a main asset for husbandos, right? He's never shown being ripped. He's always like covered in a bunch of stuff, and you can't even hold hands because you'll die. So yeah. The only content Ida sucks in is ironically fast content. Yeah, kinda. Because it takes a little bit of time to build up, but he doesn't take that long. It takes like a few seconds. Ida a triple S with normal his cards, and any card that helps the damage boosting the normal hit damage is key. I mean, yeah, but like that's what I always talk about with my, well, what I used to talk about all the time when my whale friends were still in the game. F for my whale friends. You know, when it comes to like triple S and triple S plus characters, it's just another realm entirely, right? That's just a different stratosphere. So we need to talk about free to play. I'm sure, like, I actually know that whales have very, very different tier lists than us lowly free to plays have. But yeah, Ida's just super good for single player, but he struggles for AoE. He doesn't have AoE. He has a little bit on his ult, and that's it. That's not enough to be on par with All Might, Endeavor, and Stain and their AoE. Hawks does have AoE, and he's also very good at single target, but I don't feel like he really excels at AoE. He's good for single target, but I don't feel like he excels at AoE. So I don't feel like he belongs in S, but I also don't feel like he belongs below those two. I'm not sure though. Like, is he A plus? Handless or not, he's handsome. Okay, fine, that's fair enough, but it's just obviously I'm keeping it PG, right? But you can't hold anything with him. That's what I'm saying, right? Okay, enough of that conversation. Let's move on. Okay, A plus, A plus. You guys, there's like literally half A plus, half A. What do we do? I mean, he's very good for single target when you mark your enemies, right? You'll melt your enemy if you can mark them. But when it comes to AoE, he's just, you know, A plus. Okay, we're putting him on A plus then. Flip a coin. All right, no, we're putting him on A plus. It's fine. Honestly, I don't really know enough, so I'm just going off of what you guys are saying. I don't know. I just don't find him very fun. I really like how he looks and stuff, and how like the idea behind his abilities and stuff, but I just I don't know. I just don't find him as enjoyable, honestly. I enjoy Aizawa as a complicated character more than Hawks. Maybe because Aizawa does allow you some flexibility. In fact, his whole thing is about being flexible, while Hawks, like the whole time you just have to be focused on like pressing the right buttons at the right time. The entire time. So I just feel like I'm not enjoying the game because I'm just focused on doing that, right? Because you have to take time to master him, and most players don't dedicate that time. Makes him A. Yeah, I mean, Yuji should be in the stream to roast the chat shows. He sure would, but I don't know. Yeah, he does take quite a bit to master, but he's just so not enjoyable, honestly. Like, to me at least, right? Like, because all you do the whole fight is just like focus on pressing the right buttons at the right time. It's just, I don't know. I don't enjoy him that much. So let's keep moving. Then we had Tokko Yami on A. Really don't like this character anymore, honestly. I just like him less and less every time I see him. I'd never use him anymore. I mean, he's very, very good for crowds. He has good AoE, but that's pretty much it. Like, that's pretty much it. I just feel like he doesn't have a punch. It's just very unsatisfying to play him. I feel like his abilities like look very awkward. I don't know. I just don't like Tokoyami too much, honestly. We should make a husbando tier list too, just for fun, but aside from that. Very luck based, yeah. Exactly, and clunky without his transformation, yeah, exactly. It's just very weird to use him. His abilities feel very, very strange to use. Waiting for his tea. Haha. So yeah. Then we have Bakugou. Bakugou got buffed in PvP, but not PvE. We're still waiting for his damage reduction on his Q, kind of like Stain with his E. So, you know, he's very, very good to clear content. He has great AoE. If you put Tokoyami as an assist on one of his abilities, that's very, very good, because Tokoyami will group enemies and Bakugou will just blow them up with this Q. I really, really like Bakugou, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Should he be lower? Should he be lower? A? Yeah, I think he's fine at A, honestly. He's not the best. He's like the cheap version of the free-to-play version, let's say, for Stain, not Aizawa, Stain. It brings my flying units down. Yeah, well, but like a lot of characters actually do that. So yeah, okay. We're just gonna keep moving. Uraraka, I think there's no question. She's just A. She has amazing AoE. She has great survivability with her flying against a lot of bosses. She just can't be touched. But the one thing I don't like about her is her lack of hyper armor. She just doesn't have hyper armor, and everything is interruptible. It's just very annoying. I really hate playing with her just because she's always on the floor. Yeah, she would definitely be higher if her W and E, I mean her W and Q had hyper armor. Not even her E. It's fine that her E requires you to position properly, right? That's cool. I like that. But her W and Q, at least her W, dude. Her W is a dash. How is that not, like, how does that not have hyper armor? This is foreshadowing for MINA, by the way. So yeah, let's move to Momo. Momo, some people criticized putting her on A because she's pretty bad on PvE apparently. I don't know, I don't have her. She's the only class A character that I don't have, so I have no idea, honestly. But yeah, some people were mad that she was on A. Said that she would be low. She should be lower. I don't like how her meteor shower doesn't fully activate for a solid second if you get hit. Yeah, it's just very, very annoying that everything is interruptible for her. You don't need positioning when you do left talent tree. No, yeah, for sure. So yeah, we're just gonna leave Momo where she is, because the whole point of this video or this stream is just MINA and the 3 buffs for PvP. So we're just not gonna waste too much time here. What the hell okay. I was like, why is All Might on A? And then Shigi. Shigi, I'm tempted to move him up. I don't know what you guys think. I really enjoy playing Shigi. I really, really do. Also, apparently there's a big chunk of the community that likes to play the game on auto. I mean, you know, whatever floats your boat. I find that very boring, but they're saying that Shigi is like top tier when it comes to autoing. I just really like Shigi. I feel like he's very, very, very underestimated. Like, you're just doing stuff, right? You're just throwing abilities around, and then all of a sudden the enemy is dead. Like, you didn't even notice. It's just so fun. And he hits so hard. So hard. People really just... I feel like people just don't feel like he hits hard because he's just slapping people around, right? But he hits very, very hard. Especially when Nomu's out. Nomu hits like a truck. Literally like a truck that came out of a portal. PvP got buffed. Yes, Ojiro, Deco, and Mineta got buffed on PvP. New tier for Shigi. Fun, easy to use, and combos feel meaningful. Exactly, yes, that's another thing. Combos feel meaningful. Teleporting is also very good. If you time it correctly, you can avoid a lot of damage. You can avoid dashes from certain bosses. It's just very, very satisfying. A very satisfying play. I think I'm happy leaving Shigi on A+, honestly. I hope Dabi's broken because I'm spending money either way. Yeah. Well, you have to hope that Dabi is the next one, right? It's either going to be Dabi or Present Mike. But even if it is Present Mike, right? If it's Present Mike, it means that the cards were right? And the cards are telling us the order in which the characters are coming, which is what I believe. So if the cards are right and we get Present Mike on Wednesday, don't worry, guys, because Dabi is going to be next. the cards say that Davi's gonna be next. It feels like, it sounds like I'm reading the tarot cards or something. I don't know how to pronounce that, but no. He slaps the sense back into people, and then John Cena no and that creature's are full blood. Love that. I love that. Yes, I fully agree. What types of buff did they get? Not sure. I can't remember off the top of my head. It's fine. We can ask Belban real quick. Let's just ask him. Let's. Let me see. Because I know that I have it on the Discord. I know somebody told me what they wear. Let me see if I can find. Crap, it's gonna be very hard. So yeah, guys. I'm trying to find it. I don't like. Where is it? Why can't I? What the hell is going on? Well, anyways, I can't find it, guys. I'm sorry. But yeah, they got buffs. Let's see. Anyways, we're just delaying the stream, so let's just move on. Let's move on. I'll find it later, or I'll ping Belvan to see if he can show up to tell us. Yeah, this is PvE. This is PvE. We're starting PvE and then we'll move to PvP. They need to make a counter for Stain. How would you counter Stain? The problem with Stain is his damage reduction and his hyper armor, so how could you counter that? Guys, if anyone is in the Discord, you can go to a general chat, see if you can find Belban, B-E-L-B-A-N. He told us a while ago what the buffs were to Ojiro and Deco and Mineta. So see if you can find it, so that we can tell people what the buffs were, please. So yeah, let's move on with the tier list. We've been hanging out here for a while. So yeah, like I said, these guys got buffed for PvP, but not PvE, so they're just gonna stay here. Some people were mad about this guy being here, Toroki. I guess I get it. I guess. I'm not sure. I guess I get it. The one thing that I don't like about Todoroki is that he needs to land all of his abilities to actually be useful, right? He needs to land everything in order to get the buffs. So, yeah, I don't like that. Is there a Discord? Yeah, link is in the description. Timing is key for what you use. My only problem with Todoroki is that you need to land all of your abilities to get the buff, right? If you miss anything, you're screwed. I mean, you can still switch between modes, right? Between fire and ice, but you won't get the you know, the buffs, the damage buff and stuff like that. So that's why I don't know. Froppy should be A. Froppy is equal to Uraka. Froppy just needs to be fully built to function. But that's the reason. Okay, on last stream, that's what we said, right? We said we would remove points from characters if they needed to be like double S, triple S, triple S plus to be good. That's why Froppy is an A. I know if she was triple S, she would probably be A or A plus, but this is mostly meant for free-to-play players, right? And free-to-play players definitely won't focus. I'm sorry, Super Son, but definitely won't focus on building Froppy. So All for One is the next banner. Oh, dude, that would be so hype. And that's the one character that I really, really want. All for One, dude. Oh my god, yes. Still can't find any good use in PvE. Well, hopefully we do. now that the new game mode is about to come out, hopefully on Wednesday, and we have to use him no matter what. So hopefully we do find a good use for him. Definitely gonna need it. So yeah, definitely like I said, guys, Whale's tier lists would look a lot different than ours, right? So Froppy would definitely be like at least here. Toto would probably be higher too, because like the more built he is, the better he is. But since it's a free-to-play character, most players will have Froppy at like SS, because they're not gonna farm her shards. And she needs triple S to actually be like outstanding, right? She says competent. Okay, we're gonna trust Super Son just because he's really the god of Froppy, right? He's the husbando to Froppy. So we're gonna do this. The comments are gonna be so pissed, I swear. Comments, it's gonna rain shit on me, but it's okay. I'm doing this for you, Super. 10k gold waiting for the next banner. Yeah, me too. I have like 8k, but you know, my subs really like to make me do singles every now and then, so I should have more, but I have 8k. Do you think they should spend 2 months fixing some of the problems in the game and adding story instead of making characters? Yes. 100%. I do. I wouldn't mind if they shut down the game for like a month just to fix everything and then relaunch it again. I think that wouldn't be the worst idea. Endeavor is bad without his card and SS. I don't know, like people keep saying that, but my Endeavor is solid and he's just an S. He's very solid. Like, yes, he does jump really high after his SS, but my S is pretty okay. I mean, I've never had any issues with him. Compensation for that would be 50 coins and yeah. Well, I mean, hopefully not, because they would spend that month fixing the game, right? So they would fix the fact that they don't give us enough coins, so... Well, I don't think they don't give us enough coins anymore. I think they're giving us enough coins now. But, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna have shit raining on me for putting Froppy on A, but I'm doing this for Super Sun, guys. Okay, so then, wait. Yeah. So then we have Denky and Kirishima. Problem with Denky is he doesn't have enough damage, but at triple S, I have him at triple S, and I like him. I like him on triple S. He feels very, very nice. But again, same as with Froppy, right? Like, if you need to be triple S to be good, then no, you lose points. Kirishima, the problem with Kirishima is he's a reactive character, so he doesn't have enough damage. Again, especially versus certain bosses that are a little passive, like the paper guy from Night Ops. So Kirishima lacks a lot of damage. Kaminari is really good on scoops thanks to his stunning, while others do damage. In triple S, he's again triple S he's A+. I do agree with that, because I did notice a huge jump that he took when I got him to SSS. But you know, you lose points if you need to be SS or triple S or triple S+. And the thing with Endeavor, he might not do as much damage, right, if it's not double S. but he won't die, and his AoE is very good. On S at least, right? He's not gonna die on S, and his AoE is pretty good, especially in agency assessments. He's very solid. It's very nice to go with an Endeavor when you go with Bakugou. It's really nice to have an Endeavor in your team because he'll just group everyone up, so it's easier to blow them up. I feel like Endeavor's just, if he's lacking damage because he doesn't have his card and he's not SS, then he just makes up for it with utility, I feel like. Yeah, ranking D. Ojiro. I'm so sorry. I wish they would buff him, honestly. They did buff him for PvP, but yeah, it's just my boy is shafted. It's so sad. I don't understand. I'm trying to search on Discord by user, but it won't let me. I don't understand why I can't search by user. What's going on? It's so weird. I should close the Discord and open it again, because I really need to know what the buffs were. I wish we could just check the patch notes, but I guess we can't. So Mina, right? Now we come to Mina. Tailman is sweating right now. Finally, the part I was waiting for. Oh, you guys are so mean. Why are you guys so mean? Poor guy. All he did was have a tail. That's all he's ever done. Nope, I can't search by user on Discord. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on, which is very annoying. I don't know. It's very annoying. Let's see. I'm trying to find what the buffs are. Are they somewhere? Bakugou buff is that he can. Oh, okay, here. We found it finally. So it says that Bakugou buff is that he can now chain his specials and not sacrifice Q. So either after last hit auto or either special, he can use the remaining ones to extend. Mineta seems to gain armor earlier with his enhanced W. And Ojiro, I have no clue what they did, to be honest, but I feel like that he can chain auto attacks after backwards E. And Todoroki, I can test him since I don't have him, but Todoroki didn't get buffed, so okay, those are the buffs. We don't know what Ojiro does, so he's probably still gonna be D on PvP. Poor guy, he's always getting shafted. Okay, so let's talk about Mina now. Mina, right? Mina, the problem is that everyone is going to have her at rank A unless you're a whale or a very lucky dolphin, right? Mina is probably going to be rank A for everyone, and Mina at rank A is very underwhelming. She doesn't have enough damage. She can't fill 2 branches on her talent tree. So yeah. I think so, right? Like, Mina is definitely going to need you to like put her one branch that you can do is going to need to be left, so that she gains hyper armor. Mina needs hyper armor so bad. Mina needs hyper armor so bad because she's exactly like Uraraka. Exactly like Uraraka. Every single one of her abilities are interruptible. All of them, except her Q, I think, which sucks, really sucks, because her W is a dash, and the fact that they don't give you hyper armor on a dash is just ridiculous. Why? Like, It's like, oh yeah, I'm sliding towards you, and then you just slap her on the face and like throw it away. Like, it's just ridiculous. Why doesn't she have that? Like, her E, you have to keep pressing it. It's like, it's akin. It's kind of similar to Endeavor's charging W, right, without lance. Because you have to keep pressing on it, and she just breakdances a little bit and deals damage. But that too is interruptible. Everything is interruptible. It's just so bad. Why did they do that? So you desperately need her left talent tree branch. And since you're only going to have her at rank A at the moment, then she's just gonna be bad. Right? Because she's gonna be rank A, so she's only going to get that hyper armor stuff, and that's it. That's it. Only that hyper armor stuff, and that's it. The problem is she can't also go for bottom right. Bottom right gives her a ton of damage, which she needs. She really needs a lot of damage. She's very lucky when it comes to damage. And also she can't go top right either, because top right gives her another W, right? It gives her like basically the ability to use 2 Ws, same as how Todoroki can use 3 Ice Ws. Well, she can use 2 Ws if you go top right on her talent tree path. But she can't have either of the right paths, because you must go left if you want her to even be functional. So the problem is that you need her. Honestly, you need her entire tree. You need her entire tree for her to be good. So you need her to be at least at SS. And the reason why is because she also has downtimes in between her combos. She has a lot of downtimes. And to cover up for those downtimes, you can use her W. You can use her W, right? The 2 Ws that you have to cover for the downtime, because you can just use an extra W whenever all of your abilities are on cooldown. Also at SS, she fills her bar faster, 25% faster, which means that she can cover for that downtime by filling up her bar a lot faster and using her enhanced Q, which leads into her enhanced E, right? And those don't have cooldowns, which means that you will just be waiting for all of your cooldowns to come off while you're just dealing more damage, right? And at the same time, your W has 2 charges, so at least your W will be up, and it will be usable in the enhanced form because you use your enhanced Q, because you can fill your bar faster, right? So what I'm saying is, right now she's rank A and she's trash, but once she gets to SS, she's going to be a goddess. That's basically what I'm trying to say with all of that. So right now she's trash, and so we're just gonna put her where she belongs. She's just no good. Really no good. You're not gonna do anything with her. When we get her to S or SS, right, in a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whenever the next character comes out and we do this stream again, right, to add the new character, and we hopefully have her S or double S, we'll move her up. At S, she's probably gonna be either B or C, probably somewhere here. At SS, she's definitely gonna be A, if not even higher. But for now, I think she belongs with Tailman. Paid to get her to SS, Lo, she better be good. She's gonna be very good at SS. I feel like she's going to be very good at SS. At least A. At least A. Both Battle Pass characters are trash. Coincidence? I think no. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Ojiro gets better the higher you get him. I don't think so, because I've gone to agency assessment before with triple S and triple S plus Ojiros, and it's just still bad. So yeah, I think she's there. Nobody's arguing about it, so I'm guessing that you guys agree. We're just gonna take it as you guys agreeing. So so yeah, we're gonna move on to the PvP tier list. This is what the PvE is going to look like. You guys can take a screenshot if you like. We're gonna put this in the tier list channel in the Discord anyway. So So yeah, guys, it's very unfortunate for Mina, honestly. I don't know. People were so mad when I made a video yesterday about how bad she is. Like, was everybody so mad? I was getting so many dislikes. Like, what the hell? She's bad. What do you want me to do about it? She's bad. She's bad. But anyways, let's go to the PvP tier list. This one should be a little more interesting with the buffs and stuff. We have a little more to discuss. But yeah, let's see how we were doing last time. Oh, we have to add a special rank. Oh, I did it again. Oh crap. Okay. We need to add a special rank there. So yeah. Okay. Not having hero trials is a huge factor in why they're bad. Yeah. Yeah, we're doing PvP. Let me change the chat, the pin message. Alright, guys. This music is so good. I'm vibing so much. Like the kids say, I'm vibing. I'm so young. You guys don't even know. Turn the list upside down and bad Froppy at the top. No, there's 13 likes, Mr. Graves. I don't know. Maybe it's you should maybe you have to update the site. I have 13 likes. At least that's what it says here. My control panel, I guess you could call it. 14 now. Thank you guys. Yeah. You can drop a like if you want to, guys. If you're enjoying the stream. Drop a like. If you want to share the stream in your discords, in your alliance discords, that would be awesome too. The more people we have here, the better. The more the merrier. And yeah, thank you guys again for hanging out. These are very, very chill streams, honestly. Just wanted to hang out. Feel like it's a little better than just making a video telling you guys, okay, this is what I think the tier list looks like. It's a little better if I can just talk to you guys and we can just agree. I don't know. I feel I enjoy it more, to be honest. What better way to spend a Saturday than with me, right? Can we rename the top tier unfair and not stain into it? I really like Stain, but people didn't want him to be top tier. I don't know. Like, people really are in love with Aizawa. I don't know. I mean, I get it. Aizawa is so annoying to deal with, but I feel like Shigi is a very good counter to Aizawa. Honestly, I've had a lot of success beating Aizawas with Shigi. But yeah, obviously the top tier is gonna be Aizawa. Aizawa in PvP is just like unbeatable, unless you're using Shigi. Properly too. But yeah, Aizawa, if the other guy knows what he's doing, it's just so stupid. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. The speed characters are really a problem. I'm surprised Hawks isn't destroying the PvP tier list too. But yeah, the speed characters as in Aizawa and Stain are really disgusting. This is arena PvP. This is arena PvP. Drill tier list would be really difficult to make because, you know, it's very subjective because everybody builds their characters a little bit different, so it would be really hard to do that. Shigi in PvP is really fun, especially since you can one combo pretty much anyone. Well, it's really fun for you, I'm sure, but definitely not for the other person. Stain is OP in Warzone. Stain can kill all 3 characters by himself. We can do the Warzone tier list later. This is arena tier list. But we do have a Warzone tier list and we can update too if you guys want. You know, but we're just gonna add Mina, and spoiler alert, she's not gonna be good. Stain still plays the same game as everyone else. He just does double the damage and has twice the range, but he still has to win neutral. Aizawa literally plays a different game. Yeah, Aizawa's just ridiculous because you can't move. You can't move. It's like Shigi, honestly, like Shigi, but at least Shigi has to work to actually trap you in his infinite combo. Aizawa doesn't even have to do anything. He just presses a button and you're done. So annoying, dude. So yeah, we're gonna leave Stain on S. If you guys can all agree, we'll move him even higher next to Aizawa. But yeah, we're putting him on S for now. Yeah. Then we have like the usual suspects, right? Momo, Endeavor, freaking broken, dude. Momo is ridiculous. It's so stupid that her turrets stay there when she rotates out. It's so dumb that her turrets just stay there. So dumb. I hate that so much. Also, another character that can 100 to 0 you with one combo. Just like Shigi. Stupid, dude. Endeavor and Stain are S? Yes, for sure. I agree. I mean, I don't really see it with Endeavor. But I just haven't used Endeavor in a long time. But I did climb with Endeavor all the way from the bottom of the tier list to Legendary Hero. So I can definitely see how he's very good. It's just, I did that before Stain came out. So, you know, it was a very different meta back then. So yeah. Let's see, what else? Then we have Shigi and Hawks. Okay, Shigi could definitely be up here too. But the reason why he's not going to be up there is because of what I just mentioned, right? Shigi can 100 to 0 you and he can stun lock you forever so that you can't ever move, just like Aizawa. But Shigi has to work for it. Shigi has to bait your dodge first so that he can then fall on top of you and then start his stuff, or engage you with his Q or E, which is a lot harder, right? I played him a lot on PvP. I really like Shigi everywhere. I like Shigi everywhere. He's so fun. A reliable touch of death combo, but how so though? Because yeah, but only if you can actually trap your enemy with your charging W, right? But like most people know to just walk away when he's charging like that. Stain, Endeavor, and Momo in A+. You don't think Shigi belongs there? Shigi is good against bad players once you know how to dodge his attack is so bad. But that's the thing, like that's where the skill of the character lies, right? Like that's where you have to be skillful in learning how to bait your opponent into using their dodge so that you can then use your abilities to grab them, right? It's just that he requires a little bit of brain work as opposed to freaking Aizawa where you just spam abilities and win, right? Or Stain where you just press E and win. You need skills with Shigi, yeah, exactly. You'll see his suck soon enough. Okay. Not equal to the SS. Alright. Okay, well, you guys are hating on my favorite character, so fine. Fine. Fine, we're gonna make another one, but I'm gonna name it Shigi. Just out of spite. We're just gonna name it Shigi. And we're gonna put Shigi there. On his own, because he's very good. Just because you guys are hating on him. And I really like my Shigi. Okay. Then we have Hawks. I don't know. I never see Hawks on PvP. Ever. And I don't play him myself because I don't like the character. So you guys let me know. Like, what do you think about Hawks? If Mind Game is taken into account, then put Kirishima with Shigi. I mean, I would. I really would. I really like Kirishima. Absolutely. Kirishima is super good when you're beating your opponent And they only, like, if you have 3 characters left and your opponent has 1, or if your opponent is about to die, or has an opponent, a character that is about to die, you switch into Kirishima, right? While they're stunned on the floor, right? You just beat them, so they're on the floor, about to die, right? And you switch into Kirishima. As soon as they get up, they will attack. No matter what, 100% of the time, they will try to attack you right away. So you can just Q immediately as soon as they get up, and you win. Kirishima is just all about the mind games. All about the mind games. Same if they go into their last character and you still have 3. You switch into Kirishima right away as soon as the round starts, and you press Q, and they're going to attack you right away because they're desperate, because they feel like they're going to lose, so they're going to attack you right away. Kirishima is so much fun. I enjoy playing Kirishima so much because it's all about the mind games. Same as with Shigi. Shigi is all about the mind games. You have to get close to them so that they think that, you know, you're not going to use your W, right? There are a few things. Let me just gush about Shigi for a little bit. There are a few things that you can do with Shigi in PvP. You can get close to your enemy so that they think that you're going to try to engage them with Q or E, right? And so they're going to dodge away. As soon as they dodge away, they can't dodge right away. They have like a 1 or 2 seconds cooldown. So as soon as they dodge away, you press W and you fall on their heads, and that's it. It's over, right? That character is dead. There's nothing else. Right? Another thing that you can do with Shigi is you can just walk around and then you just stop. Just stop. But don't press anything. Just stop. Just stand there for a second. And they're going to dodge right away, because Shigi, the animation for his W, stands there for a little while and then opens a portal behind him and then jumps. So it takes a little bit of time for his W to actually go through. That's why people think he's bad, because of his W, right? But he's good because of that, because you can play mind games against your opponent. As soon as you stop, they're going to dodge away thinking that you're coming for them, but you're not. You're going to delay your W just a second, 2 seconds, and then you're going to drop on them. It's just so good. I enjoy it so much, instead of freaking Aizawa where you just spam abilities and win, or Momo where you just put turrets down and win. Just Shigi is so enjoyable, guys. It really is. I'm sorry. I really like that character. I really do. So yeah. Yeah, also his last auto attack and his E have a deceptively long range, so you can also play with that. Big counter to Aizawa. Yeah, Shigi is a big counter to Aizawa, because Aizawa can teleport too, so he relies on that. But as soon as he uses his teleport, he can't teleport away. So all you need to do is wait for him to teleport on top of you, right? And then you just, as soon as you see Aizawa going invisible or stopping on their feet, right, it means that he's about to jump on you. So you just W away, right? So he just jumps into air and you fall on his head. Then when you do that, his stealth mode is going to activate, and his counter mode is going to activate, and he's going to dodge away automatically. But then you just press your E to gap close again, and he's done. That's why Shigi is so good against Aizawa, because Aizawa also relies on their teleport, and like people that use Aizawa on PvP are pretty much like playing on auto, right? Like they're always doing the same thing because they think that it's always gonna work. But Shigi says nope. But anyways, that's all I have to say about Shigi. I'm sorry. I really like Shigi. It's all about waiting for the enemy to screw up. Yes, Kirishima is so much fun. Kirishima and Shigi are my favorite characters in PvP. Yeah. Just describing the words Midoriya trying to hype up Shigaraki. I really don't think so. Really don't think so. With Deco, if you miss your Q, you're done. You just have to walk around for a little bit or try to land a W, which is really hard because people know how to dodge his W. She has a lot more in his arsenal than just his W. That's what people don't understand. She has a lot more than just his W. People just repeat, right? Like they copium that Shigi has like is bad because of his W, but his W is not all he has. You just need to use skill instead of just pressing buttons like Aizawa. All Might is disgusting PP. Yeah, now we come to All Might. I hate this part. I really hate this part. Now we come to All Might. Oh no, wait. Well, I guess we can do All Might right now. So All Might, literally, it's just impossible to please anyone with All Might. Right now, guys, I'm not even looking at chat, but I'm going to predict that, guys. Let me ask you, where do you think All Might should be? Okay, ignore where the previous tier list put him. Where do you personally think All Might should be? I guarantee there's going to be at least someone saying S and at least somebody saying A, right? And if I put him on S, some people are going to start rioting because you want All Might to be lower. If I put him on A, people are going to riot because they want him to be higher. If I put him wherever and end the stream, people are gonna come for me in the comments or in the main court too. Happened the last time in the main court, coming for me because All Might is too low or too high. All Might is just impossible. It's impossible to please people with All Might. I don't know what it is about that character. People just don't agree on where he belongs. Just people don't agree. They just don't. I don't know what it is. D tier? Yes, D tier. Well, okay, fine. Okay, we agree. We agree. Thank you, guys. Okay, that's it. Perfect. That's where he belongs. All Might is awful? Yes. Yes. I'm going to promote all of you. You're all promoted. F tier, not because of his PvP performance, but because he's All Might. Exactly because he's All Might. You know what? We should do this. We should do this. There. I think that's accurate. Moving on. Kirishima. Okay, kind of same thing with Kirishima. People really disagree, but I think it's the same thing as with Shigi, right? People only see Kirishima's Q and nothing else. So they think, okay, well, his Q is easy to counter. If you know how to predict a Kirishima, you're gonna destroy him. But it's not just his Q. He has other things in his arsenal, like skill, right? Like you should really use skill with Kirishima. Also, I feel like using his quirk also requires a little bit of skill, predicting when do you need to use your quirk to avoid like big chunks of damage. I don't know. I love Kirishima, so I'm definitely biased with Shigi and Kirishima. I'm sorry, guys. I'm 100% biased. I love those characters in PvP. I really do. Kiri's middle name is Shigi. Tornado Mania is fun playing with, not against it. Yes, exactly. Yeah, so that's what I usually say, right? Usually I would put All Might on A+, right? Usually to me All Might would be on A+, and the reason why is because because of all of his hyper armor and like ridiculous hyper armor, and also the fact that if he's losing at any point, he can just start spamming tornadoes, and that's it. But then people tell me, like, well, you can just dodge the tornadoes and then just engage him when he's out of tornadoes. And it's like, well, that's the same argument for Kirishima's Q or Shigi's W. So why the double standards? You know, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm way too in my own head. Yeah, versus a Chaco, Hawks, and Stain. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly where I use him. Well, I don't know about Hawks because I never face Hawks. I don't know. I don't know. I like Kirishima. I do, and I'm super biased. So I'll take the hate in the comments later on. Don't worry about it. Tokoyami is good. Tokoyami is decent. I feel like he's just like a worse version of maybe Stain, perhaps. He definitely doesn't feel top tier, but he's alright. If you practice with him a lot and you know exactly what his range is, you can get some juice out of this character. Okay, then Uraraka. Same thing. She just counters a few characters, not as many as she used to. She can counter Momo pretty much. Maybe Shigi. Sort of. You have to be very quick. And Aizawa, if you can get on the air before he teleports on top of you. She's fine there, I think. He loses versus anything above, wins versus anything below. Yeah. Yeah, I think I agree with that. Tokko used to be so good back then, but with all the new units that get invulnerability frames for no reason, gets a lot weaker. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's what I'm saying, right? He's like a worse version of some of the top tier characters. Like, Bakugou is the worst version of Stain, right? Yeah, they just, like, it's like the free-to-play characters just got power crept by the limited ones. So Tokoyami would have been a lot higher if you like a couple months ago, but you know, like with all the new limited characters, it just goes down. Like, you can see that all the limited characters are on top, right? Shigi, Hawks, Endeavor, Stain, Aizawa, they're all there. All Might, obviously, All Might is gonna be there or there, right? Somewhere in there. This is just memeing. Just gonna delete it because somebody is going to skip it in the video, and then they're gonna be like, oh my god, why is All Might so low? You're such trash. What is this trash tier list? Blah 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 blah. So I don't know, we're just gonna put him. I don't like All Might. I really don't like All Might, and we're gonna put him there. It is indeed power creep. Yeah, that's definitely what I think. I think it's power creep for sure. All right, let's move on. Then we have Denky. Denky is gonna be D for sure. It's just no good, honestly. The only thing going for him is his W when somebody gets close, but that's it. His Q has way too much of a delay, and it's kind of ridiculous that you can see on the floor where it's about to fall. I feel like they should just remove that. There are way more unfair mechanics than Kaminari's Q, for sure. Like, look at Aizawa, dude. Like, I feel like they should definitely remove that red spot on the floor that shows you where his Q is gonna fall. That would make him maybe a little bit better, I think. Okay, then Deco. Deco is like a one-trick pony, and that's it. If you land your Q, you're good to go. If you don't land your Q, you just need to land your W, but people know when you're about to launch your W. It's just very difficult to land either one at this point, honestly. He would have been a lot, again, like I just said, right? He would have been a lot higher a couple months ago, but like by this point, everybody knows how Deco plays. He's only gonna be good in like the like new player with new players playing, right? Like if two new players are trying out Arena and they don't know how to play, then Deco is gonna be good. But you know, like for people that have been playing the game for over a month, we know how to play against Deco. Deco is just a one-trick pony. You just make him miss his Q and that's it. It's over. Okay, so now we come to Mineta, the first one of the three. Oh wait, Deco got buffed. Oh, let's check what the buff was. Let's see what the buff was. Oh, that is the one character that we didn't get an explanation for what the buff was. Crap. I don't remember. Do you guys know? It goes all about mind game at this point too. Bait people into doing stupid things and punish them real hard. But yeah, he's a one-trick pony. The thing with Deco. Okay, yes, I did give a whole speech about mind games. Yes, but like I said, Shigi doesn't just have his W. She has more stuff in his arsenal. What does Deco have? His E, What are you gonna do with Deku's E, right? Shigi's E is a lot more useful than Deku's. Million times more useful to bait people, to play mind games. A billion times more useful than Deku's Q. Than Deku's E, I mean. Shigi's W compared to this guy's Q. Again, I feel like the fact that Shigi's W has a delay where he just stands there and opens the portal is important, because that allows you to play mind games with your opponents, because you can just stand there for a while, right? And then the opponent is going to dodge because they're going to think that you're standing there because it's the animation for the W, but it's not. And so you just delay the W and then you jump. How are you going to do that with Deco? Deco just teleports. Deku's W is just a shot. You just shoot it. Who can't? Like, first of all, it doesn't have infinite range. I don't know why. It should, but it doesn't have infinite range. So if you're far enough, it won't hit you. And if you're not far enough, you can just dodge out of it. Like, it's not a big deal at all. And even if you do get hit by it, you just lay on the floor. Don't move. Just lay on the floor so he misses his Q. Right? Shigi has a lot more going for him than Deku. Right? A lot more. Also, Deku, you need to keep your opponent in the air. The moment the opponent touches the ground, they're gonna flash away and that's it. Shigi can 100 to 0 you. Deku cannot. Shigi has Nomu. In case you're losing, but you manage to get Nomu out somehow by some miracle, if you pull Nomu out, the game is over. With Deku, if the opponent gets a hyper, or when the opponent gets a hyper armor, you have to try again. You have to start over. There are just way too many things going like more for Shigi than Deku. Deku's air combo cannot be escaped. Yes, but the opponent does gain hyper armor at some point. It does, like, you can't 100 to 0 like Shigi does. If the opponent gets hyper armor, or if you miss something and the opponent touches the floor and flashes away, you have to start over. Not with Shigi. With Shigi, you only need to land one ability, not his W, one ability, any ability, once, and it's over. When are you gonna put Mineta above Aizawa tier? You're a bunch of memer guys. So this is my reasoning behind putting Deku below Shigi, way below Shigi. To be fair, it's way below Shigi. It's just Shigi has more, right? Shigi has more. He has more going for him. Than Deku does. Deku needs to land his W and if his Q, and if he doesn't land his Q, he needs to land his W. And if he misses both, that's it. And there are no mind games to be played with Deku. What mind games are you gonna play with Deku? How are you gonna bait people with your E? Your E doesn't do anything. Your W, we can see you charging your W from a mile away for hours, right? And you can't bait people into using their dodge before you use your W, because how are you gonna do that? If I see a Deku just standing there, I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Right? I'm not gonna dodge like I would with Shigi. But anyways, I'm repeating myself too much. Let's move on. does give him a little bit more armor during his W. I'm not gonna put him on A though. I don't think he belongs in A. I think he's on B. Maybe we can put him higher on B, I guess. Although I'm not really doing that. The thing where you put left better, right worse. I don't think he belongs with, with All Might. I really don't think so. What do you guys think? Vote. Time to vote. What do you guys think? Where should Mineta go? C, C, B, B. C. Okay, 3 C's, 2 B's. So I could beat you up with me. I would like that. I would really like that. I would really like to be on EU so I can walk out of your Mineta abilities. Okay, there are more C's than B's, I think. Hold on. We're actually going to count them because this one is controversial. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 C's and 3 B's. So he goes down to C. Alright. Now we come to Ojiro. Guess where Ojiro is going to be? Yeah. Sad times. I'm sorry, Ojiro-chan. He did get buffed. I don't think anybody probably knows what he actually got buffed for. Like what his buff actually is. I don't think anybody knows, probably. Because nobody plays him. But I do applaud the devs for trying at least to buff him. I don't know, they really need to buff him a lot more, but yeah, anyways. Why is he so low? Who? Ojiro? Because Ojiro doesn't do anything. Ojiro is very, very bad. Well, I don't know. I think Super Sen, haven't you played with Ojiro a little bit? Dude, if I put Ojiro higher than All Might, like, okay, let's say that you are right. Okay, I might tell you right here in the stream, okay, yes, you're right, but I'm never gonna put Ojiro above All Might, because then my channel is going to die, because people are going to come and burn me alive. Dude, people get mad, like literally got mad last time that we did a stream because All Might was an A, and not S. Imagine if I put Ojiro here. I would, literally, they would just cancel me on Twitter. But out of respect for his buff, we're gonna put him on C. Out of respect for his buff. So for Todoroki, I always struggle to say his name. For Shoro, I don't think Shoro got a buff. It was only Deco, Mineta, and Bakugou. And Ojiro. What I think, Deco didn't even get a buff. What am I smoking? It was just Mineta, Bakugou, and Ojiro. I don't know what am I smoking, dude. But Todoroki didn't get a buff. Nobody else got a buff. So Todoroki was on B tier. I feel really bad seeing All Might here, honestly. I feel like I'm gonna get so much hate for this. So Todoroki, he's fine. If you can land your W's, it's okay. He's buffed in PvP too, where his W's don't require a wind up, so you can shoot them very quick. So that's fine. That's okay. Problem with him is, again, you need to land all of your abilities to actually get all of your buffs and play, and have him be optimal. And you're not gonna do that in PvP. Obviously, you're never gonna land everything in PvP unless you're an absolute god. Um, Controversy creates cash. Yeah, but I think I think putting Ojiro above All Might is going a little bit too far. He did get hype. He did get buffed. Let me open the game. Let's open the game so I can check the patch notes. Oh, actually, I have the patch notes in the Discord. I need to open the game. Let's see. Oh, it was the previous patch notes. Here. Ojiro, Bakugou, Todoroki, and Mineta. Oh, you're right. He did get buff. What was the buff? Armor on his switch. Hello, Gaith? Algzawi? I'm sorry, I'm not trying to mock your name, I just don't know how to pronounce that. That was insensitive, I'm sorry. So yeah, he gets hyper armor. If he gets hyper armor during his switch, did he ever... I never took him to PvP. I've never taken him to PvP. Did he struggle to switch? I feel like he wouldn't really struggle to switch. Why would he struggle to switch? His switch is instantaneous, right? Isn't it? There's such a huge gap between heroes' power level. Yeah, between limited and free to play. Pretty much. That's where the gap is. The only two that actually like kind of bypass that are All Might and Momo, right? Because All Might is below and Momo is high. But yeah, usually it's just the limited characters are way better than the free to play. I mean, it makes sense, right? Obviously, if limited characters are gonna be better than free to play, but yeah. If you hit 3 times with Shoto, then stop. You see something amazing, trust me. Ojiro used to be unable to follow up after going backwards with E. Oh, I think that's what one of the things that people that like him used to complain about, right? That after your E, you kind of like stand all the way back there, doing nothing. So that's a pretty substantial buff. That's a pretty substantial buff. So yeah, I think he's good at C then, right? Yeah. He's not trash tier anymore. We'll put him right next to Mineta. They can kiss. There we go. So Ida. Ida is Ida. Ida's just Ida. I don't know. What do you guys think? C or D? Do we move him down now that the Ojiro has finally been promoted? Should we put Ida down? Should we put him out of his misery? D, A, B. Well, this has been a little bit difficult. A. He's not A, guys. He is not A. He's very good in PvE, yes. In fact, he's higher than A. He's A+ in PvE, but this is PvP. He's not A in PvP. Why would Ida be higher in the PvP tier list? He's very bad. We're talking about Arena, guys. We're not talking about Warzone or anything like that. This is Arena. Ida needs to auto-attack a lot to charge his stuff. And you're not gonna auto-attack a lot in PvP. C? Okay. We're gonna put him on C. So Denky is the new Ojiro. Congratulations, Denky, you're the new Ojiro. Froppy. Oh no. Not the Froppy memes. You use your W. I'm sorry, guys. You use your W and then you special and Q until 100. Yeah, you do that in PvE, but in PvP, your opponent is just gonna flash away from that. Why wouldn't you need to charge your boost in PvP? Once you hit someone, they can get wrecked eternal, but they can flash away because it's just auto attacks. This isn't Shigi's stuns, right? This is not Shigi stunning or All Might putting you in a tornado, or Deku putting you in the air. It's just being hit with auto attacks. You can dodge away from that. Also, also auto attacks charge the 8 bar thingy, where you get hyper armor. You have a feeling Mina is bad for PvP? Yeah, trust your gut. Froppy would be good if PvP only had fair characters. Yeah, I mean, I really can't speak about Froppy. I have her, but I just don't use her at all. So, alright. What do you guys think then? Should we put her B or C? Dreepy? Dreepy? The rocket hop is hard. Yeah, the rocket hop is hard for people that really like her and play it a lot. Don't feel bad about that. The only one that can actually do the rocket hop properly is the AI, so she can't deal with armor at all. Doesn't she have a stun? Isn't her E a stun, sort of? Or like a stagger or something? Probably tied with Ojiro. See? Really? I wasn't expecting that from you. I mean, in PvE, she's fine, right? Like, when it comes to hero ratings, if it's an unmobile boss, right? Like that, there's a boss in hero ratings where it's just a huge machine that gets a shield, and then 2 other smaller machines come out. Against that thing, I remember I used Froppy and like I just rocket hop its health down. It was very easy. So I feel like she's good in very niche places in PvE, but in PvP I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't think. Yeah, no, I have faced a couple, but I can't remember honestly. Because of invisibility and the range of her E if you dash. Her stun takes a long time to activate and it's from poison. Alright guys, so we're gonna leave her at C then? B is defensible? I mean, I feel like you guys talked her up so much and then you just threw her in C. I feel bad for her, we're gonna put her there. Alright, and now we come to the jewel of the crown, right? We have to the cream of the pie. We come to the cherry on top. We come to Mina. Mina is trash. There's no argument. Mina is trash in PvP. Trash tier. To the point that I think she might share the Ojiro title with Denky. She's so bad. She's so bad. It's so ridiculous that she doesn't have hyper armor during her W and E. I guess I understand her E, but her W, come on. It's a dash, dude. It's a freaking dash, dude. Like, how can she not have hyper armor during the dash? Making new tier for me. I mean, I feel like I should, right? Because I feel like Ojiro doesn't deserve it, right? Ojiro doesn't deserve to be next to her again. And also Denky's worse. Just because Denky tells you where he's going to hit, which is ridiculous. Yeah, she has hyper armor in her enhanced Q, which is ridiculous. Why only her enhanced Q? What? That is so dumb. Why? Give one of Aizawa's 40 hyper armor frame to Mina and it's my new charity program. Yeah, exactly. Or All Might, or Stain, or Endeavor. Like, why doesn't she have hyper armor at all? She doesn't have hyper armor at all. Why? Dude, she isn't a melee character. She needs to be up close with the enemy. That's why she has, like, how many dashes does she have? Like, 2. Yeah, she has 2 dashes. 3 if you count her charge E. Why doesn't she have the hyper armor? I don't understand that. It was such a dumb decision. Like, it's fine if you want to you know, give her hyper armor on a talent tree for PvE. That's fine. You know, you could do without that. You gave hyper armor naturally to Aizawa and All Might, but fine. And also Stain and Endeavor and Hawk. Well, not Hawks. But I don't know. It's fine if you want to make us spend talents for her hyper armor on PvE. Fine. But why wouldn't you give her hyper armor on PvP? We know that they change characters for PvP. Why didn't they give her hyper armor? That is so dumb. Like, there's nothing you need to worry about if you face a Mina in PvP because you'll just slap her away no matter what she's doing. She's so terrible. I don't know. I feel so bad for her. She got so shafted. Yeah, but the problem with Denky is that, like, the problem with Denky to me is that his only good ability, which is his Q, tells you exactly where he's going to land. So you can just dodge away out of it. Like, again, dumbest decision they could have made. How painfully slow her moves are? Yeah. Literally, like I released a video yesterday, right? And I took her to a match in PvP. I was trying to land my abilities, and my opponent was literally just walking away from me. You can go and watch it. I was fighting a Tokoyami, and the Tokoyami was literally just walking away from me while I was trying to land my. I was just break dancing on the floor trying to get to him, and he was just walking away from me. Like, it was so sad. It was so sad. Alright, so the new tier list ended up looking pretty different to what we had before. I like that. Pretty different. Hopefully when Dabi comes out, or Present Mike, or whoever it is comes out, they shake things up again. This is pretty fun. So yeah, guys. I don't think there's really a point to remaking the Warzone tier list, honestly. you should never ever get Mina into Warzone or Scoop. That is the worst idea you could possibly have. Hi Godson, how are you? Thank you for hanging out. Yeah, just don't take Mina to Warzone. That is a terrible idea. Terrible idea. So I think that's it for today's stream, guys. We streamed for quite a while, almost 2 hours, so that's pretty good, pretty nice. Thanks for hanging out. Guys, remember that we are going to do a giveaway in 3 days, okay? On the 31st, we're going to be giving away 2 $10 prizes to 2 lucky winners. All you have to do to participate is be subscribed to the channel, join the Discord below, go to the giveaway channel and leave a comment saying what is one thing that you would like to see covered in the channel. You can actually name other gacha games too, because we're covering other gacha games in my channel now. I wanted to do Alchemy Stars yesterday, but I lost my account. I have no idea how. I'm just too upset about it. I had such a great Thunder team, and it's gone now, so I was upset about that. I really want to give Epic 7 a shot, so I might do Epic 7 tomorrow. Hopefully we get a tease tonight for the new character. If we do, I will be making a video. Otherwise, next video is gonna come out tomorrow. And 3 days. We're doing the giveaway in 3 days on the 31st. So you just need to be subscribed, join the Discord, and leave a comment in the giveaway channel saying what is one thing that you would like to see covered in the channel. Also, you need to have a valid PayPal account so that I can transfer you the money in case you win. So please keep that in mind. And yeah, guys, leave a like if you enjoyed. Leave a comment when the video comes out with the VOD. When the VOD comes out, support this tier list because you helped make it. So please support it. So yeah, if you're not subscribed, you can subscribe for more videos like this. Hopefully we're gonna be a lot more active. We're gonna have a lot more people this week, this coming week, when they release the new game mode, they release the new character. As far as who's going to be the new character, we don't know. I personally think it's going to be Person Mike. Many people think it's going to be Dabby. It could be either one, to be honest. Yeah, but I'm saying goodbye, Marcy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm saying goodbye. So yeah, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Leave a comment on the VOD. Subscribe if you like more videos like this. Don't forget about the giveaway. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you guys for hanging out.